Welcome back to Pop Goes the Kernel, where we dive into today's latest pop culture, music, television, movies, and more.
I'm Libby Heckert.
I'm Marissa Armstrong.
And I'm Gabby Mercedes.
So today's episode will include the Ice Bucket Challenge coming back, new shows, our favorite music recommendations, and lots more. Laura's not here today, but she wanted to tell you let's get popping.
The opinions expressed on this podcast are the speaker's own and don't uphold the opinions expressed by the Kentucky Kernel.
Netflix just dropped a new TV show called Ransom Canyon, and I'm seeing it everywhere on my TikTok. It's a new romance show. People are describing it as a country cowboy small town love story, and there's so many different tropes and romances throughout it. Like literally every trope you can imagine. There's high school romance, there's older romance, there's everything in it. And people have been saying it has My Life with the Walter Boys vibes, which, guys, I love that show. I'm so excited for season 2. So I will definitely be tuning in. I watched the first episode, haven't had time to fully watch the show. It was really good so far. I really like it. It definitely feels older than like traditional like high school romance shows, and it feels more mature. And actually Lizzie Green from Nikki, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn is in this show, which I'm glad to see her coming back and acting again. So I'm definitely going to keep going with the show. Have you guys seen anything about it? How do you feel?
I saw a little bit about it on TikTok, just being like, oh, watch this new show. It's like blah, 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 whatever. But like, I don't know what the trend is with these Western shows. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but like Yellowstone and like all the like country vibes. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're in Kentucky, but I definitely want to watch. I love me a good rom-com, especially a series. Keeps me hooked and, entertained for a while. So I definitely think I'll be tuning in.
Yeah, I feel like the Western vibes. I think people are just loving cowboys right now. I don't know if that's it. I mean, I love it, so.
On the topic of new releases, particularly on Netflix, Bad Influence: The Dark Side of Kidfluencing. Now, come on. We all know some of our kidfluencers. I don't know about you all, but I always wanted to be one. In particular, though, kind of going off of Piper Raquel's story, who kind of rose to fame when Musical.ly was like in its prime. So she kind of grew up with her mother, pushing her to do pageants and, being the beauty queen star. She had to be like the top performer. Her mom was pushing her to constantly be the best. And of course, Piper just wanted to please her mother. So moving on, her mom kind of got this group of kids together. Loki kind of exploited them for money, made them do a lot of uncomfortable things. I think at one point someone even said they would work anywhere from 16 to 20-hour days, go home, sleep for a little bit, and come back and do it all again the next day. Now, I know I've watched some of it. I know Marissa's watched some of it. I know, Libby, you've watched all of it, haven't you?
Yeah, I watched all of it. It's definitely, like, eye-opening, especially, like, we hear all about momagers. Like, we've heard about, the lovely Kris Jenner and, like, the dance mom's moms. We've heard all about that, but this situation does not sit well with me, the way her mother kind of raised Piper. Like, Piper didn't go to school, Piper didn't do any of this, she was going to be famous and all this stuff, and now we're here, she's on TikTok, whatever, but like what else is there to do for her other than TikTok? She didn't go to school, so like she can't go to college, she can't have
like really much of a career outside of her fame that her mother has literally thrown upon her. This documentary came out, so she actually took to social media about it, and she talked about no more watching Netflix for me. Like, man, you guys don't understand the situation. However, I think we understand it probably a little better than she does.
I think the documentary was very good. We got to hear from a lot of the kids that grew up with Piper in this little group, but, we also didn't hear from the other half that didn't speak out. So there's like just this like wondering if everything's true or not. Like, parents spoke out on things that were, just troubling and things they noticed within their kids going there. But I just think it's kind of eye-opening to see how, these kids are, again, we've talked about, with the Ruby Frankie documentary, their childhoods were kind of robbed from them. Like, even in social media, like, they were posting these fun YouTube videos at one point, and then it turned into this job that they had to do, and they had to provide for their families, and then it's like not fun anymore, and they're just in this endless cycle.
Yeah, and I keep seeing people like commenting on Piper's TikToks and be like, you have to watch this to open your eyes up to what's happening, because we can all see it. I don't think you can see it. But at the same time, I don't think she can speak out about it. She's still a minor. She's still underage. She still has to be under her mother, so she can't do anything about it. But also, I've noticed like influencers and TikTokers, whatever, they're such a new thing still. And right now, all these documentaries and things are coming out with the truth, because realistically, what people post online is not what life actually is. You said Ruby Frankie, we're seeing this, like even like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, we're seeing the whole like background of actually what's happening with these influencers. And I think in the coming years we're gonna hear a lot more stories about the realities of what it's like to grow up in the fame and be a child star and stuff like that. And because we just recently got the child star documentary about Nickelodeon kids, and now we're shifting away from television stars to internet sensations where everyone can be anyone.
Yeah, and I think one of the craziest things for me to see in these documentaries is the part of it that shows like the bloopers, I guess, but it's like, no, do it again, or like the mom yelling at her that she's doing something wrong or she needs to act better, and like just some of the stuff is really shady. Like her mom was like over sexualizing her child when she's still not even 18. Like
she was like 12 at
crazy.
The time. Why are you? Yeah,
I know I didn't watch her when I was little. I was more of a Team 10 like Jake Paul girl, but like I know the like younger girls that I teach dance to at home like watched her and like still do. So it's kind of crazy that all this is coming out, and I honestly think it's a good thing.
It truly is. It needed to be something that comes out. I hope that in the end she's okay with it. I know this is a really touchy subject for literally anybody. This is like in retrospect, it is people kind of invading her privacy. However, I think since she's been raised this way her entire life, she doesn't know it's wrong. She doesn't know that this is like, that's not how a mother's supposed to treat you. And that's been her entire life, is this is what you're supposed to do. She was okay with being famous, mainly because it pleased her mother. So I hope once she turns 18 and she's able to live on her own and kind of manage her own, she'll see what her mom was doing.
A new announcement of kind of an old movie, Clueless, the sequel. What do we think? So Alicia Silverstone is returning as Cher Horowitz in a Clueless sequel that is actually going to be a series. It's not a movie. It will be on Peacock. What do we think? Is it a flop, or are we going to watch it? I grew up watching Clueless. I actually was Cher from Clueless, I think in 9th or 10th grade for Halloween. Like, was obsessed with her. I love those old movies. Just, I mean, the vibes are unmatched, but I don't know. I feel like some of these things they won't go as well. I don't know.
I think with every sequel, there's always like it won't be as good as the original. And that's kind of what my perspective is on it. However, I mean, Clueless is so iconic. I feel like it can't go wrong. I don't think it can necessarily get like worse, but I mean, I think it'll be good, especially because I know like everyone loves Cher, and I know that she's so iconic even today. Like people still dress up as people from Clueless. So I mean, it'll be fun to see.
I'm really excited to see it. I mean, I feel like TV companies know it's not going to be as good as the original because the original is so iconic. But I like to think of it as they're trying to get younger generations to see things. Like you had that 70s show did that 90s show like recently to kind of get new kids into that 70s show. It worked for me. I watched that 90s show and I was like, wait, I need to go back and watch that 70s show. So maybe they're trying to like get new generations to go back and watch the iconic original movies.
Yeah, that's a good thought. That's a really good way to think about it. And like, I'm really curious to see if some of the original stars will be on the new series. I know they haven't announced it or, come out saying it, but we know that Alicia Silverstone will be in it, which is kind of exciting. I don't know. I'm excited to see where it goes. And we've seen some of these iconic movies coming back as series. I know Marissa wants to talk about it.
Well, Legally Blonde is also getting a little reboot series, and it's going to be prequel to Elle Woods' life, like her in high school, I believe. And they just cast the new actress, and I'm really excited to see it. It looks really good. And I feel like you were a Clueless girl. I was a Legally Blonde girl. I love Legally Blonde. So I'm really excited to, hopefully that'll bring people into Legally Blonde again.
Yeah, it's gonna be so cute. I'm excited for it too. I saw the video of, the original actress sharing the news that she got the part. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so like, could you imagine?
They sat down on a couch with the original Elle Woods and the new Elle Woods.
Could you imagine being like cast as Elle Woods? I would turn my whole wardrobe into pink.
Right.
Like, I don't think there's another option.
Yeah, and she's a new actress too. They did like an open call. Like, she's never been in anything, which I think is even more special. Like, she had the original Elle Woods tell her she got the part, and like, I can't even imagine how special.
My heart would have been like jumping up and down. Like, that would have been the highlight of my entire acting career.
Since there isn't a lot of new music that came out in the past week, I wanted to do a little fun segment, and I wanted us to talk about some of our favorite smaller artists that don't get a lot of attention. So yeah, maybe you guys can give them a listen. We'll see. So my artists are different than Marissa's. I'm definitely more of like a chill vibe, R&B vibe, like, I don't want to say alt, but like alternate kind of. Yeah, I think because I listen to a lot of music when I study, and that's like chill vibes. But this is my list. Starting off, I mean, he's not small, but I just wanted to plug in Mac Miller, My King, Pittsburgh, the Spins, all of it. Like, listen to his music other than the Spins. It's fire. Like, don't tell me you love Mac Miller, but you only listen to the Spins. Sorry. Okay, that's my rant. Brent Faiyaz, I've talked about him before. He's still like a little bit of a bigger artist, but a lot of people don't know him. Ty Myers, he is a country artist. He's so young and cute and just like a new, like, he's just like a baby, I think. But his songs are so good. His voice is amazing. Zach Templar, Brockhampton, Malcolm Todd, really good. If you like Tyler, the Creator, that's a good little vibe. Mac DeMarco, Saunders, and Still Woozy. Those are my like current faves, and I feel like a lot of, like, when my friends get in the car with me and I'm not playing A$AP Rocky, they're like, what are we listening to? I'm like, I don't know. Like, if it's not like throwbacks, it's that, and they're good. You guys should listen to it. My personal faves.
As someone who is a pretty big fan of Tyler, the Creator, gonna have to take you up on that offer, Libby.
Yeah.
See, the thing about my music taste, you guys know I love the pop girls. They're like my number ones. But I listen to these playlists on Spotify, they're day lists, and they change every 3 hours. And they have like funny, stupid names, whatever. It's like morning pumpkin spice latte, summer Wednesday afternoon,
Lavender
whatever.
chai,
And they change. They're so funny. It'll be like dark, crushing Saturday afternoon. Like, I don't even know. But anyways, so I listen to those, and that's where I get a lot of my new artists, because Spotify will give me recommendations based on what I like. And I listen to sad music almost exclusively. Not always, but like, yeah.
Marissa, are you okay?
Yes, I am, because I have these artists. First of all, Lizzie McAlpine, she's on the up and up right now. Spring into Summer just went really viral on TikTok.
Yes,
I've been listening to her for years. I love her music. Some of her first EPs, so good. Such sad girl music, but it's also like, they're just so good. Would everyone listen to Lizzie McAlpine? Lexi Jade is also another one I found on my day list, and she just has a very unique voice, and I think she's amazing. And then kind of switching from like sad music to more like kind of rock vibes, Del Watergap. He actually opened for Niall Horan when I saw Niall this past summer, and I fell in love with this guy. His music was really good and chill. He has a lot of great songs. Perfume and High Top, some of my favorite. All We Ever Do Is Talk, would recommend. And then finally, Wild Rivers. They're more of like a folk band, kind of Noah Kahan vibes, if you will. And I've just been listening to their music on all my walks. It's so like springy, summery, very just chill, happiness. So I would give them a listen if you like that.
Yeah, I love that. And I think you made me think of another one. If you've never heard of Tame Impala, I love Tame Impala. I went to a Tame Impala concert when I was a junior in high school, and I just went because my friend liked them. guys, I would do anything to go to one of their concerts again. Their music is just like good for any vibe. It's just soothes my soul. It's great. But you guys should take these recommendations, definitely.
As someone who is not really big in like smaller artists, like I just don't listen to those songs as much. I feel like I'm always like centered around like Noah Kahan has at least 3 or 4 like songs on my on repeat right now. If I'm gonna plug any smaller soundtrack, it's gonna have to be Trolls 3, y'all.
I mean, yeah, rightfully so.
I mean, if that's it for you, Gammy, then that's it.
Between Justin Timberlake and NSYNC coming back together, dude, we are getting the band back together. You know what? I'm here for it. And if you think it's childish, wait until you hear the songs. Trolls 3 specifically, like, you know, Trolls and Trolls 2, it's fine. Trolls 3, though, that is where it's at. Brianna Mazzola, she's a smaller artist, but she ate up her role.
Yeah. Hey, I could have put the Pitch Perfect soundtrack on here because that, you know what? Let's be honest, that's my number one. Turn the riff off on. Oh, I'm there.
There you go. Let's talk some tech trends here. USC Speaker Mind Ice Bucket Challenge has been literally flooding, both figuratively and literally, has been flooding the internet. It's been huge. Basically, the University of South Carolina's Mental Illness Needs Discussion Club, or MIND if you will, has been nominating their students to participate in the Mental Health Ice Bucket Challenge. So, of course, per usual Ice Bucket Challenge rules, you dump a bucket of ice water on your head, nominate 3 people. They have 24 hours to respond. Of course, you have to tag those 3 people. You have to tag who nominated you, yada, yada, yada. You all kind of get the logistics. I'm sure anybody listening also gets the logistics. It's very similar to the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, which was very, very big in like the early 2010s. I remember I did it. So similar to that, 24 hours to complete it, all to raise awareness for mental health this time. So have we participated, anybody? I know I haven't. I'm honestly waiting to get nominated for it because I say it like I want to like get my hair wet. However, mental health is a pretty big topic for me. I really enjoy kind of advocating for mental health resources, so I would do it anyway. However, ice cold water just does not sound appealing.
Right. I'm also a huge advocate for like mental health resources and awareness. Huge thing to me. I did get nominated. I have not done it yet. I'm still in my 24-hour period. I don't know if I will do it. The only thing, I'm all for mental health awareness, but I do think they should have picked something else to do this challenge for because the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge was a thing because the feeling of ice running down your back is like the same feeling that people with ALS like went through, so it made sense for them to do that challenge. People, I think, are just doing this performative like thing to just be like, I'm pouring ice on my head, but they're not doing anything about mental health awareness. Like, it's just to pour ice on your head. I don't think half the people don't know what the challenge is actually about. They're just like, oh, the Ice Bucket Challenge is back because it was a huge thing when we were kids. So
it's like a popularity contest.
I agree with that. I feel like, you know, it's like, oh, I got nominated for this. I'm going to dump this giant bucket of water on my head or this giant cooler full of water. I saw a guy have like a construction machine.
I saw that.
Full of water, and his dad like dumped it on him.
I saw
that
one
like
too.
Full like back at the water park when you were little with the giant bucket that filled up and dumped on you. Yeah. Sorry, that was a little bit of a moment, but
that was nostalgia right there.
Yeah.
I do feel like it's, you know, it's a great thing to, you know, shed light on mental health and everything, but I feel like it's getting lost a little bit in just how it's like, ooh, am I gonna get nominated? Like, oh, am I gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's more, I don't know. I feel like it's like, oh, I got nominated for this challenge and blah, blah, blah. Like, I got nominated for this challenge and this is what happened and this is why I'm doing it and these people need to do it.
Honestly, I think the message kind of got lost in translation. Take that as a Taylor Swift reference.
I knew that's where you were going with it.
But I really feel like it's become more of a popularity contest. It's now like, oh, I've been nominated by like these really cool people. I've been nominated. I can nominate other people. Like, I think people are forgetting what they're really doing it for. Also, I think there's such a better way you can raise awareness for mental health. Like, everybody kind of has their own certain thing, but the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, it just makes sense. Like you said, Marissa, it literally simulates what ALS patients feel like. So I feel that there's so much more we could do. There's other challenges we could do, because you know what? Everybody has their own thing.
Yeah, especially like a mental health challenge could have been like something like, you know, lifting each other up in some way instead of like drenching each other in water.
It just
it doesn't
make
correlate
sense,
to me.
yeah.
Like, because mental health is such a big cause for so many of us. I know it is for all three of us, but like it could have just been taken down a different route.
Yeah.
You know, the little like cheerleader pyramids they have for like U6, U7, where you have to like lift them up and you have to see how long they can stand there for. That would have been a pretty cool challenge, personally, because like you said, Libby, lifting other people up. Wouldn't you love to just see like 3 random guys on, you know, a Tuesday evening trying to do a cheerleader pyramid?
That would be great.
Or even just like something simple like go high five a stranger. Like that would have done more to the effect than pouring a bucket of ice water on your head would be.
Yeah.
So the popular app Roblox is a game I know some of us play here, Gabby.
Me. What y'all know about Dress to Impress now?
Well, they're currently going through a lawsuit right now. And the creator of the viral Apple dance, Kelly Heyer, has sued Roblox because they took her dance. If you guys don't know this dance, it's set to the song Apple by Charlie XCX. Went absolutely viral on TikTok. She made it up. It's like, the apple run right to the core. I'm not going to do it right now. Anyways, Charlie XCX like has done it, and she incorporated it into all of her shows. She'll pick one guest of the night and show them during that song on the set. It's a whole thing. And since this blew up, Kelly actually copyrighted her dance in August of 2024. Roblox then asked if they could license the dance to use in the game, but before the negotiations were finalized, Roblox already started selling the Apple Dance emote that players could buy so their characters could do the dance. But the license wasn't settled yet. So because of this, Kelly filed for a lawsuit on April 11th because Roblox used the dance without her permission. And before this lawsuit even happened, Roblox actually did pull the emote off of the website in November, but only after they sold 60,000 emotes, which lost Kelly $123,000 in sales. She didn't make a single penny off of them.
Oh,
So
I would have been so mad.
this is why she's suing. And her team are willing and open to settle, but Roblox states that they're confident in their place in court and they're ready to go to court, which is crazy.
I would sue, honestly, like free money. Like, I mean, she has a great basis, like a great statement for that.
She owns the rights to the dance, and they're not paying her. Like, I don't know what Roblox's argument could be there.
Now listen, if anybody is going to know anything about Roblox, it is going to be me.
Right.
Let me tell you all, that Apple dance is in so many games, including Dress to Impress. Because Dress to Impress, a game on Roblox, very popular, actually did a collab with Charlie XCX where they put that dance in there. Now, as somebody who has not touched Roblox like a month, unfortunately, yeah, really hard times, y'all. Really hard times. I still have that emote. They never took it off. So I don't know if maybe she's going to start including other games in there that have also been literally selling her song, selling her dance, excuse me. But you know what? Like, it's kind of odd to think everyone thought it kind of belonged to Charlie XCX, and I didn't really know that until, honestly, recently, hearing that there was a lawsuit against Roblox. Personally, I think Roblox knows they make plenty of money. Lord knows I've taken enough of my money, back when I was, 11. Or now.
I was going to say, I feel like you still make some purchases, Gabby.
What? Out of all the purchases I've made, I have not bought the Apple Dance. I did not buy it before it went off the market. But over 100K is wild.
Here's another question is, do you think other people have copyrighted TikTok dances? Because, she made it on TikTok, she posted it on TikTok, and it just blew up, and it happened to become this viral sensation. I didn't know you could even I know you can copyright choreography, but I guess I didn't really think people were doing it with TikTok dances.
Yeah, I had no clue. Honestly, man, I was a Fortnite player in COVID. I was not a Roblox player, but, the Fortnite emotes are fire. But,
they just got Sabrina Carpenter. Did
I know
you see that?
Yeah. They did. They have a new Ice Spice one, too. But But I do think it's kind of crazy. Like, why are you taking someone else's dance? Like, at least try and
At least try and make it fair.
yeah.
Imagine if somebody tried to copyright Renegade. Like, every company that has ever used Renegade, and I mean, like, I know Fortnite's used it. I know Roblox used it. I'm sure Minecraft, like, plugins also have it. Like, those are some big platform games. Imagine if the girl who choreographed the 15-second, not even Renegade dance, copyrighted that as well. I think we'd all be in a lot of trouble.
Right. So if you don't know what that tune means, it means we're talking about Dancing with the Stars yet again. Last time of the season, hopefully. The Dancing with the Stars tour just ended. They had over 80 shows, which is crazy. I think it was 88 or 87 shows. And I got to go on the second to last night of the tour, so I'll be talking about that for a little bit. But the show is hosted by Emma Slater, who's a pro, and Steven Nedorozic, who was the Olympian pommel horse guy. He was on this past season of Dancing with the Stars. Iconic. It was, let me talk about my experience, because it was phenomenal. Because, you guys know I'm a dance junkie, whatever. I can't go an episode without talking about dance. The pro performances were just so incredible and so cool to see. I love live theater and dance. Everything, it makes me emotional, honestly. So seeing that live was really cool. And then I got to see, obviously, some of my favorite celebrities and pros. Joey Grossadei was there. That was an amazing moment. I love Joey from The Bachelor. Again, we've said he's the best bachelor ever. And after the show, I got to go stand by the buses, and I was like at the front of the little barricade, so I got to wave to them or whatever. They didn't come up and say hi, but they got close enough to where Gleb reposted and liked my TikTok, and
I didn't know that.
Story.
Okay, so you're famous.
So basically, Gleb knows who I am. He viewed my story. He reposted, commented on, liked my TikTok, because I posted a video of him at the buses. It was great. Love Gleb. And some other interesting thing that happened on this tour at the final date, not the show I was at, but at the final date, Emma Slater and Alan hard launched on stage. Now, people have been speculating their relationship ever since this past season started. They're both pros on the show, and Emma was actually previously married to Sasha, who's another pro on the show, and they got divorced a couple years ago. They're still really close friends, obviously. They're coworkers. They dance together. But she's now dating Alan. They kissed at the end of their duet on the final night of the show, which I don't know about you guys. I had a friend who was there. She texted me immediately. She was like, oh my God, they just kissed on stage. Like, this is crazy. And I keep seeing everything on TikTok. People are going crazy about it, and I love to see it. Have you guys seen stuff about it? How are we feeling?
Yes. Did not expect this, but yes. Also seeing Ezra Sosa post, thank the Lord that they finally launched. Like, we all knew this was coming.
Yeah.
And especially since Sasha's already in another relationship with Jen Duran, who is also on the show. She deserves to be with Alan. Also, if nobody else wanted Alan, I'm up for grabs. But just, that makes me so happy.
It is, and Ezra posted a TikTok a couple days before they hard launched, and it was a video of him and Gleb, and it was like, us, because we're the only single guys on tour, and people were like, does this mean you're confirming it? And like, Gleb just went through his whole breakup. We talked about that, but I was like, does this mean you're confirming it? And then they kissed on stage, literally in the last number. They're the last duet, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
that's amazing. I've seen the videos, and I feel like, just like, from a old dancer's perspective, so sad.
Yeah.
But like, maybe I'm old and washed up, I don't know. But like, being with like a significant other that can also dance, that has to be so much fun. Like, could you imagine dancing on stage with your boyfriend? That's
no
so
wonder all of the pros like date each other. Like,
exactly.
that's so fun. Literally, okay, me talking about my experience at the show again. At my show, so they do a segment where it's like they pick people from the audience to do a little thing, and Pasha and Daniela brought out their daughter, and it was so cute, and she was dancing around, and they were like, this is her first stage debut, and it was just so cute.
So
it was
cute.
adorable, and it was an awesome time. And so no wonder they're all dating each other. Like, they're together all the time. They're like, there's got to be chemistry. The type of dance they do, like, I don't know how you wouldn't fall in love with them. Like, I don't know.
Sad news from Vatican City. The beloved Pope Francis has sadly passed away on April 21st at 88 years old. Pope since 2013. Funeral set to be on Saturday. Me personally, that was really hard hitting, waking up at 8 a.m. the next morning and seeing that he had passed. He was really good. He was wonderful. Me personally, as an American, I did not have the chance to be under him as a citizen. However, I thank him for his service.
As an avid Catholic, kind of sad, really sad. He was a great pope. He was very inclusive, and he kind of brought back, the idea of serving the people and helping the poor and all that stuff. He did a lot of great things. I've seen like some videos of them preparing for the funeral and locking off his quarters and stuff, and it's really sad. It is.
I really think he was a great pope and a great guy, and it's sad. It's sad. I'm curious to see who they're going to choose for the next pope, but I think right now, with the funeral coming up, I think taking that time to appreciate him.
And I think it's kind of crazy how I feel like everybody woke up the next morning and was like, oh my gosh, no, the Pope died. Like, oh my gosh. I know I was like, no, what happened?
I woke up in the middle of the night at 4 a.m., looked at my phone, and I was like, oh my God, the Pope died. And I was like, what do I do with myself now?
Doesn't feel real. So currently, his body is in an open casket for basically members who served under him to come visit, pay their respects. There's been a lot of controversy about that because, of course, it is a deceased person in an open casket. You can go up and see them, which, as much as I love the Pope, it's a little creepy. However, he deserves a grand send-off.
Okay, so it's time for another segment of hot takes. Let's just get into it. I feel that influencers can't just be TikTokers or posts on Instagram. They need to do something more than that.
I definitely agree. I think TikTokers, there's so many of them now. You have to be doing multiple assets if you want to get your name out there. You can't just do one because someone else is going to take over. If you want to make that your career, you need to be doing everything you can. Totally agree.
I'll continue on with it. Suing big companies is honestly not worth it. You know what? She has a strong case. However, Roblox, in this case, they're like, oh, we're going to stand our ground. And at that point, it doesn't even feel worth it. If they feel like they're going to have enough ground, not worth it.
I disagree with that because, in my opinion, money is money. And if you can sue a big company because they're wronging you and you have, a basis to do that, you might as well. You might as well try to get that money. I mean, if they're ripping you off, you might try to get it back. I don't know.
Yeah. I'll go next. I think that there are not enough romance TV shows out there. I don't really watch movies, not a big movie person. I watched every single TV show. I feel like I've gone through every high school romance, cute, I don't have anything to watch anymore. There needs to be more.
I could not disagree more. Disagree less? No, yeah, I could not disagree more with you. Sorry, y'all. I could not disagree more with you. I'm not really big on rom-coms. They're great, they're fine, they're whatever, but come on, we need to spice it up a little bit. We need things to be a little different here.
No, I'm fiending for a new one every day. Every day that The Summer I Turned Pretty season 3 is not up, I am so sad. Every day My Life with the Walter Boy season 2 is not out. I have nothing to live for.
I just can't get behind it. You guys know how I feel about reality TV shows, which they're fine, but I don't know. I think
you're alone on that one.
We have very different tastes, Gabby.
Darn it.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Be sure to check out our website at kykernel.com.
And be sure to follow us on all social media platforms. That's X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify.
Thanks for tuning in to Pop Goes the Kernel. See y'all next week.
Pop Goes the Kernel is produced by Gianna Gallo, featuring Libby Heckert, Marissa Armstrong, Gabby Mercedes, and Lauren Smiley. Edited by Jackson LaCroix.